It's no sense of us running to Ronson Square and have a vigil, or we go through this and then we just go back to sleep. This has to be an ongoing
That's right.
thing, because we have fell as a people.
So you need constructive dialogue now
Exactly.
throughout the community.
Exactly.
So right in the street corners, right in the barrooms, in the church halls,
Yeah.
in the Rastafarian
Rastafarian community,
up there in the mosque,
yeah,
we need to be having these discussions.
Yeah.
And then we need to get together, bury our differences.
Yeah.
The same we've buried differences in the Congress, Brother Ali.
Yeah.
And me, you a Muslim, I'm a Rasta. But that don't come between us in this mission. And we can discuss it. So
You
the
have
same
to
way
discuss
we
it.
can have that discussion, that dialogue, a Christian, a Muslim, and a Rasta need to sit down right now. So I call in on the heads of the Rasta community, Jarek Mandam. I call in on the heads of the church
Christian Council,
yeah. And I call in on the heads of the Muslim community, yeah, to come together. Don't come for no prayer service. Don't come for no prayer vigil. Come together to have the discussion of how we can empower our children and protect our children. What type of system we need in place to protect them. Because listen, man, at the end of the day, you know, our people are hungry for justice. They are starving for justice. For 500 years, Brother Ali. Yeah, 500 years, no justice. You know something? They better learn that they are sitting on the top of a volcano. There is a natural finish to the sentence, no justice. No justice, no peace. If the government, the churches, and the wider community doesn't get this thing right, you can have a conflagration in this community that you have never seen the likes of. You think the riots and all these outbreaks of violence we've had is anything? If we don't get this matter straight right now, in this day, in this stage, in this moment, in this time, we're going to perish as a nation. That's not a wishful thinking, you know. I'm praying against this, Brother Ali.
But you know, Brother Hannah, all the Bahamas has to do as a young nation is to just take a look on the outside. And let's see that your problem is not new. It may be new to you, but when you look throughout the Caribbean or the United States, you've seen these things that happened before.
Time and time again.
And what was the end?
Yeah.
The end was something that we all can remember and look at, as to say, look at as history. Not too long ago, on Camp Road, it was right off Camp Road, there was disturbance with the police.
Yeah, I remember that. That's before I came back.
And
from
before I know it, there were cars, fire trucks, a very expensive outburst out of nowhere. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, for us to avoid this, we have to now begin to talk.
But Ali, I want you to hold that thought. We're going to come right back. I need to take a break right now, and I want you to follow back when we come back on this whole issue. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back. Thank you. And I'm sorry I'm running so hot, but you know, I'm angry with you. Oh my, listen, I run so hot, I run all the time. But Ali, I gotta wrap up. I gotta apologize. We can continue this next week, but just before we go, Brother Ali, I just want you to say one final thought to our audience. I done say all I have to say. I ain't have nothing else to say.
Brother Hannah, in wrapping up, one of the things that I just want to take time out to give credit to the Indaba Project, which had Dr. Naeem Akbar, a professor I have known for the past 20 years, and how the lecture was as to other lectures that they've been having. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because it is so important. One of the things he pointed out, know thyself. Know thyself. When I had a place on Shirley Street, one of the signs I had on there is know thyself. Know thyself. And if Bahamas would only come to know themselves, believe you me, the problems that we're having would be taken care of overnight.
Bahama land, know yourself. Know thyself. I want to thank our sponsors, Ali Glass and the law firm of Hannah & Johnson. And listen, we're going to finish this conversation next week. But Bahama land, listen, man, let me leave you with this. Mr. Ingram, Mr. Christie, all of y'all in the PLP and the FNM, all of y'all of none of the above, know thyself. This we things, this we time, and if it don't get it right, you will cast your future into the scrap heap of history. Please don't let that be our legacy. Good night. I look forward to seeing you to continue this discussion next week. Good evening. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening.